Hi, this is Jim Mann with Homestyle Southern Cooking. It's been a really long day and I came home and I'm really hungry and I thought, what can I fix in a hurry tonight? And I said, you know what I'll do? I bought some hamburger yesterday at the store. I said, I'm going to make a Mexican and impossible pie. And I'm going to show you how to make this pie. It's so quick and so easy to make. So if you'll join me over at the stove over here, we'll get started. Okay, I got 2 balls of really lean hamburger. I try to get sirloin when I can because, like I tell you, every time when I do things with hamburger, it doesn't produce very much grease, and almost the pan is empty. So what I'm going to do is I put the sirloin in there. I'm going to add a little bit of pepper, and then I'm going to add a little bit of salt while it's cooking. Okay, I'm going to get this really nice and started getting really nice and brown, and then I'll come back to you and we'll do the next step. Okay, our hamburger is getting nice and brown. So right now, before it finishes cooking, I've got some spring onions, and I have about a cup full here that I chopped up, and we'll put those right here into with my hamburger. And mix that all around with my hamburger so it can cook into my hamburger meat. Okay, also at this point I have a package of taco seasoning. It can be any brand that you want. I'm going to take this and open it all the way. And I'm just going to spread this across the top of it. And I'm going to really mix this into my hamburger meat really well. This smells really good with the onions and the taco seasoning. Okay, now that I've got that incorporated pretty well in here with my meat and with my onions, I'm going to take 2/3 cup of water, and I'll pour the water in there to sort of mix with my taco seasoning. And I'm going to let this cook down now until about a little bit of the water is cooked down out of this. That way the hamburger should be cooked and everything should be ready. And as soon as that's finished cooking, I'll come back to you for the next step. Okay, my hamburger meat has finished cooking, and I've got a pie plate right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just lightly spray this pie plate. Then I've got my meat, and as you can see, it's really cooked down, so there's not a whole lot of juice or anything left in there, the water or anything. I'm going to pour that right here in my pie plate. Okay. Let me set this out of the way. And I'm going to sort of push this down all the way around. Boy, this smells good with those onions and with that chili. Wow. Smells really good. Simple meal to fix, and it's really a tasty meal when you get through. Like I said, there's very few things you can do. Next what I'm going to do is I've got some chilies. Now, if you don't like chilies, you don't have to put these in here. And I'm not going to put a lot in here, but it just spreads some chilies on the top of this. Okay. Just going to spread them around the top there. This gives it just a little bit extra kick, okay? After I do that, I'm going to take about a cup of, now I've got Mexican blend cheese here. You can use any type of cheese you want to use, cheddar cheese. And I'm going to take and spread some of that right on top of here, right on top of these chilies. I'm going to spread that right on top of here. Take it off the side, maybe just a little bit more. I don't want much more than a cup in there because, okay, that's good. Now, I'm going to set this aside for a second, and I've got my food processor here. What I'm going to do with this is I've got just regular BISQUICK. Now you can use any type of baking mix that you have. It says pancaking baking mix. You can use a pancake mix if you wanted to, or any type of biscuit mix. Or if you really want to twist this up, you could also use a box of cornbread instead of this. But I chose to use this tonight. So I have got 3/4 of a cup that I'm gonna put in here. All right. To my 3/4 of a cup, I'm gonna add 3 eggs. That is 1. Like I said, this is a meal that you can do in a hurry, and it doesn't take a lot of time, and it really tastes really good. Okay, my 3 eggs. I've got those in there. And the last thing I want to add right here is I have a cup. Let me see how much I forgot how much I had in here. A 1 1/4 cup of milk. All right, I'm going to put the top on this, and I'm going to turn this on. Okay, I'm going to take the top off of this, take my blade out of here, take this off, and I'm going to pour this just on the top of my pie. Maybe I should use a little bit bigger pie plate. I think that's all I'll put in there. All right, my oven's been preheated to 400 degrees, and I'm gonna let this cook for about 25 minutes, and then I'll come back to you. Mexican incredible pie is out of the oven. It was actually in the oven about 25 minutes, okay? And it smells wonderful and it looks incredible. So sometimes you have to just go with the temperature until it turns golden brown. So I'm gonna let this cool down for about 5 minutes and I'll be back with you. Our Mexican Impossible Pie has cooled down now. I can touch it. So now I think it's time to cut a piece of it. So you see what happened when I took the BISQUICK and the eggs and poured it on top. It made its own little crust on the top. So this makes its own crust, which is beautiful. So we'll take this and put this out, and hopefully we get a piece out of here. And there we are. But I'm not finished yet. That's the inside of the pie. I'm gonna take just a little bit of sour cream, put right on the top. And then I got a few more chopped onions, and we'll put that around the top. And that, my friend, is what's for dinner tonight. And that's a wonderful dinner, and that's something that's very quick to make, and it's very, very delicious. So we're going to see actually how delicious it really is. We'll take a piece of this. Got the hamburger. I can see the cheese. Oh my goodness, that's good. Remember, we have a layer of cheese in between there and the jalapenos with the hamburger, with the taco seasoning. And we got the beautiful crust on the top of it. This has it all together. The sour cream adds a richness to it and a smoothness, and the extra onions just add a wonderful crunch. I hope you try this. It's a great meal for your family. It's quick to make, and you know it makes its own crust. So that's the wonderful part. Thank you for following me on Facebook and subscribing to me on YouTube. I appreciate all of your support. It means the world to me. I hope you'll try this. I know this could be my dinner. I'm going to enjoy it. You take care of yourselves. Have a great weekend ahead of you. This is Jim in Mexico. I'll send you a great big hug. Until next time, God bless.